Hey folks, Greg and Janet here. Today we're out in Death Valley, the hottest spot in the United States.
It looks like sand dunes, but it looks like it's actually hard surface. It's kind of green in this area. There's some more hills with different types of minerals. You can see them. It's really cool. So right now we're at sea level. It feels like we're going downhill. That's cool. Look at how green everything is right now.
We're hoping to make it to Ballarat, which is Ghost Town out here in Death Valley. We're going to give it a shot.
It's cool. Whole different planet out here.
We're at an area out here in Death Valley called Devils Cornfield, and it's named after these plants here known as arrowweed. You can look out over the valley here and see them sticking up everywhere. They're supposed to resemble corn stalks or corn that's bundled up. The Indians would use their root system actually to make arrows out of. And that's why they're called arrowweed. We'll walk out here a little ways. And it's already 97 degrees out here. Another month it'll be hitting 110 to 115 on a daily basis. And this is the Devil's Cornfield, named after these big arrowweed bushes that they don't grow very far down into the ground, but they almost seem to grow on top of the ground. Very strange plant. And they just dot this horizon here.
Hey guys, we just came up from down in that valley. So, coming up the mountain, it's not so hot today. It is a steep grade. But coming up during the summer, turn off your AC, make sure you have water for your tanks, everything. Because that could really heat up your engine. But isn't that gorgeous? And then we'll just go right over this ridge down the other side.
We're at 5,000 feet above sea level up the top of Town Pass in Death Valley. Getting ready to start our way down.
9% grade. Ooh. Oh, wow. How far that is. That's beautiful. It's a long, long ways. And I've got this zoomed in as far as it'll go. Alright guys, coming into Ballarat.
The town of Ballarat was basically a mining camp town to supply the miners in the area. All these mountains around here have gold mines up inside of them. But in the late 1960s, the Manson family moved out here and lived at Barker Ranch, which is about about 20 miles southeast of here. But this was the closest place where you could get sodas, food, anything to where they were staying. So this place kind of became infamous as being having something to do with the Manson family. In fact, one of their vehicles is still here. If you've ever seen the movie Easy Rider, which I'm sure you have, the opening scene of Easy Rider was shot somewhere right along this dirt road here. Here's another sign here that says Ballarat information. This is a free zone to take any kind of photos you want. Camp, party, make movies, etc. No harm, nobody cares. Feel free, learn nothing sitting in your car. The friendly zone. Welcome to Ballarat Ghost Town. So this is the Ballarat post office. Decided to come down here and see if they got my package. Let's take a gander around this. Not a lot left of it, huh?
We got a padlock, baby. We can't get in.
Yeah, I saw that.
What, baby? I'm sorry. I don't have nothing. All right. Hey, baby. I don't have anything. I wish I did. I wish I had a carrot or something. Cutie. All right.
There's some water.
They get dependent on us. They won't know how to survive.
Well, I don't know what this was at one time, but whatever it was, it's not anymore. Had to have been a structure, some type of building.
Look how reinforced this is.
I know, I don't know if they put that in to support the wall that's leaning, or if that was original. Alright, here's another abandoned building here at Ballarat. That one's completely smushed. Over here we got another dwelling, if I can get close. I looked down, I thought that was a snake. It's a hose. Still got it.
Right over us.
Oh yeah, look up here. It's our U.S. military from China Beach. So this is the campground here at Ballarat. Not much, no hookups, you're basically boondocking. In fact, I'd say you're 100% boondocking. Okay, we are at the Ballarat Jail and Morgue, 1898. Check it out. Pretty grim place. I don't think there's gonna be anything in any of these things, but I'll check it out. Old bird cage. Interesting. Yeah, Charles Manson supposedly initialed or carved his name into some of the walls of some of the buildings here in Ballarat, but most of the buildings have collapsed, so I doubt that we'll be able to find his signature anywhere, but if we do, I'll check it out, I'll point it out to you. Man, this is a pretty grim jail. Doesn't seem like it'd be much fun to be stuck in here. Bunch of empty drawers. Not much here. Okay. Check out the outside here. we got a grave site here. Dusty Dan, 1897 to 1948. Survived by 3 wives, 15 offspring, 2 burros, and 1 dog. 15 kids, baby.
Offspring? 15?
Yeah.
You think it's like grandkids too?
I have no idea. Oh yeah, they've got the jail basically strapped down to the ground.
Yeah.
Not gonna let this thing fly away like Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, they got some.
Check out what's underneath this place. See any snakes? Mm-hmm. That looks like it could have went in a fireplace, huh?
Yeah, it's like a little grill.
Heat box or something, yeah. An old ore car. All right, there's the Ballarat General Store right in front of us there. That is where the Manson family would come to get supplies, sodas, ice, things like that. Now this baby right here, this was the lap of luxury back in the day.
That's a dump truck, isn't it?
I don't know.
Look. It is. See? It will lift the whole carriage. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And it winches to the winch here.
Sure enough.
And it lifts it. Oh my gosh. There's like the brake right there.
This is the original Death Valley garbage truck right here.
Look at this U-joint here. Oh my gosh.
See if they was hauling anything when they stopped this baby. Looks like they're hauling air. Today they are hauling air. Surprise Canyon, Goler Wash. Goler Wash Road is going to be that way. That's it right there. You take that road all the way around the mountains for about 14 miles and then turn left to go up into Goler Wash, which takes you to Barker Ranch. And it is not easy, folks. Do not try going that way unless you have a four-wheel drive vehicle that's raised. We've done it many a times. Okay, now what everybody's been waiting for. This baby right here has a history behind it. It's a 1942 Dodge Power Wagon. The last time it was registered, it was registered to Gail Bousselet. That's Bobby Bousselet's wife. At least that's what I've heard. That's what I've always heard, was that it was last registered to a Gail Bousselet. If you look at the inside roof here, it's got a skyline up there that's been painted on there. That was painted on there by none other than Charles Manson and the Manson family. This was one of their vehicles. And it is still sitting out here in Death Valley today.
Is that 1942?
Yes. That is. Hey. All right, we're gonna walk on down here and visit the cemetery, where they do have one famous person buried here. Infamous, anyway. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the famous prospector named Seldom Seen Slim. Well, he prospected here in this area, in these mountains, these mountain ranges, for over 50 years. Just him by himself with his burro, a blanket, and some tools. Nobody knows for sure if he ever struck it rich, but he lived here for over 50 years, became caretaker of the town of Ballarat. He was called Seldom Seen Slim because when he'd go out into the mountains to prospect, he wouldn't be seen for months at a time. If you've ever seen any of the old Western movies where you see the prospector, the old scraggly guy, that's pretty much him. But like I said, he lived out here with, goodness, no running water, no heat, no air, out here in Death Valley for more than 50 years, or close to Death Valley. Here we go. Charles Furge, better known as Seldom Seen Slim, prospector, 1889 to 1968. When they asked if he ever got lonely up here in the mountains out in the desert, he replied, "Me? Lonely? Hell no, I'm half coyote and half wild burro." And that is on his gravestone. Alright, we're here at the Ballarat Trading Post. Seldom Seen Slim's casket. When they entombed him, interred him. I guess that was his trailer. There's Seldom Seen Slim's camp. Handy Andy tool set. No, that's a rattlesnake skin.
Yeah.
That snake had to be. Oh goodness.
How big's center block?
12 feet long?
1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's a 12-foot long rattlesnake. Alright everybody, we hope you enjoyed this little adventure we went on to Ballarat Ghost Town, just outside of Death Valley, having a lot to do with the Manson family. So anyhow, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you enjoy all of our videos, please hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell up in the corner for notifications, and please share these videos. And please everybody, have a nice day, and we'll see you again real soon.